Hey Bloomarinos, it's Kali here with Kali's.com, and I'm really excited to show you some fun little centerpieces that you can make for events. Think, weddings, parties, all kind of good things like that. You could make them seasonal also, but we're going to make some that you can use in your home all year long. So we're going to make a big one and a little one. What we are using today, guys, is some cute neutral containers. So this is like a burlap wrapped container. And then we're going to make another little one that has some jute around a container. Now we have these containers on our website. You can grab them there. The thing that you're going to need to go with these is you're going to need some battery operated candles. And you can use any size. Here's a bigger, chunkier one. Just use the size depending on the container. You might need a thicker one or a smaller one, and you can get these at almost any store. We have to use battery operated so they're safe, guys. You don't want to do this with any real candles, always battery operated, and they have remote controls and all kind of fun stuff. That is the other part you're going to need for this project to add that ambiance to your party. Oh, how cute. So I'm going to show you how to do this. We're going to make the big one first, and then we'll make the little guy so you can see some different options to do. Now, this has a seam, so if you have a seam, think about putting that to the back on your project so it's hidden. We don't want anybody to see that. Then you're going to need some floral foam, and I like to use the green floral foam. It's a little more expensive, but I think it just lasts so much longer and it's better quality. So if you make anything to sell, like these would be perfect for craft booths because they're smaller price point and they light up. People lose their mind for things that light up, y'all. Okay, so I measured that where it's a little bit smaller. Just measured the bottom of the container because the top is obviously more open and larger. So just double check that it's going to fit. Perfect. Now, whenever I'm gluing to metal, I like to use a little Gorilla Glue and hot glue. I like the combination of both. Seems to hold up better. Okay? And you guys, if you're here watching, you're still here at this point, please make sure you like and subscribe here to our page because we would love to teach you more about the love of floral design. That's my passion, and I enjoy doing it with you. And hopefully inspire you to create some things for yourself, or even if one day you want to sell them. I'm giving this a dip in my glue pot, so it's got a nice coat of glue. If you wanted, you could just pump some hot glue down in the bottom of the container also. If you're a normal Bloomarino, you guys know I use the glue pot exclusively. I like to dip and just go. Dip and go. Now I'm going to cut another piece to go on top. It needs to be a little bit larger, so I'll just kind of eyeball that and then cut it. Score my foam. And then I'm going to give that a pop. It'll come right off, and we'll put that right on top. Okay? We're going to have to do the same process of gluing it down. You don't need Gorilla Glue this time. Hot glue holds great to foam. And we just use the hot glue that we sell on our website, Kali's.com. Let me bring this over to you. So I got a good bit on there, and I'm going to just push that in. All right, so I've got a nice height. Now, I prefer mine to be larger than my container, depending on the size of your candle. If you want the whole design more recessed, then make it smaller. But I want mine up above. All right, now I'm using a nice fat chunky candle. She's so cute. Now, I like to go ahead and create with some floral pins. These also can get at your local craft store. They're a U pin, shaped like a U. Can you see it? I'm always trying to show you these things. They're so, there you go. And just take, and don't damage your candle, but just go right up next against it. So you create like a little area for it to sit in. Keep these pins a little bit higher than the candle, okay? I'm putting them in just a little bit higher. And then I'm gonna glue a couple too. I'm just setting these, but then I'm gonna pop a little glue on some. If you glue it, it won't push all the way in later. Like if you're going to take these to a craft show, it won't go all the way down. So I'm going to put a little glue on a couple of these. I didn't glue the first few, and I know it's going to push down. And it doesn't do us any good if it pushes all the way down. So let me pop a couple in. So that we're not permanently affixing this because we have to be able to replace the batteries at the bottom. But we're giving it a little zone to sit in where it won't wobble quite as much. Okay? And you can put as many as those you need. You can still take this out from the top. You can adjust the batteries and all that good stuff. Isn't that cute? Okay, we're just starting. Now, our theme for today is all neutral and natural. So that's what we're going to stick with on this design. So I'm going to work right around. I've been using this rosemary. I really like it. let's use it. And you're going to just take and cut some of it off. And these stems are a little long how they are, so we'll take and break them into twos. I visualize this for garden parties, cocktail hours, then little pieces just to go in your home because they don't really have a season. Now, you could take and soup this up with white pumpkins, also for fall. For Christmas, you could make these with some snowy greenery. You get the same kind of look, but just this nice dusting of ice. So I hope your mind's running with ideas already. Mine always is. So I'm going to cut this whole bush apart. I don't know that we'll use all of it, but we want it nice and tight and full in the design we're doing. So I'm going to cut these into halves. So you can see here, look, I take one stem and cut it into two. You just find a nice section here. And when you cut it so that you leave a stem on the top part. So you see I cut it down here? All right. And the reason I did that is now I have a stem. That is how you want to do these. Alrighty, let me cut a few more and we'll start pushing them in. Now, I'm not going to glue mine, but you can dip yours in glue and it will make it much more permanent. Okay, I'm going to go up towards the top here and work my way around. So I'm just going to keep going around. And then we'll put some more at the bottom in a minute, but I want these pieces to be short all around the candle. Keep pushing them in. How cute! You can see how quickly it starts to come together. So cute. And I want to bend them down just a little. You can fill your container with moss too if you want to have some moss in the bottom. I'm thinking about using these on a food table, so I don't like to use too much moss because the moss is not really edible. It's dyed, so I want it to be, this plastic food is this is not edible either, but there's no it's not going to really be coming off in the food, so just to be safe. And hey, if it's in the container, you're pretty good anyway. It's probably not going to flake too much. So I keep working my way around, and I'm just staying really tight to the container. Isn't this so simple and cute? I love these simple Saturday projects because they're just little things. You may already have all this at your home right now, and you can do this project like in 5 minutes. All right, I can't wait to show you so many different options. We're going to do a different one in a second, but this is our first just basic. This is our artificial rosemary, and it is so real looking. I mean, it doesn't smell, of course, like real rosemary, but it looks so good. Thinking about just putting some in the garden after our big freeze this year. Just put it in there. Look what's coming back, y'all. I don't know that anybody would notice from the street. Come on. Be like, real plant, real plant. Oh, fake plant. Look at that one's doing really good, and she hasn't even watered. Oh my gosh. Let me know in the comments if you actually have tried artificial plants in your garden. And you ain't even mad about it. Hey, we're rural Bloomarinos. We like plants anyway. Anyway they come. Okay, I'm still working my way around. Look how cute. So I just wanted to make sure they were pretty tight to the candle. And now I can work some more around the border with a little bit, a few more pieces. I'm going to keep trimming them about the same size. And then anywhere I see like a little hole or I want to add a bit more, just pop that in for thickness as we go around. And if you do it that way, you know it's going to look really good. And you can just add in a few more pieces any place that you missed a little. Look how cute. Holy smokes, so cute. Now I'm going to show you a simple accent we're going to add to this. So it's going to be real natural looking, real botanical. We've got our battery operated candle and she just fits perfectly in there now. Now grab, this is some moss ribbon we have, which is super cute for stuff like this. We've used it, of course, in wreaths, but I want to show you how cute it is to just go across the front of this candle. So we're going to take, just put this to the side for just a second. I'm going to take a piece of this, and I'm going to run it kind of towards the top. Just a small little piece right here across. Okay, so I've got it up at the top. And I'm going to trim that where it just slightly overlaps. Okay, just like that. Isn't that cute? And I'm going to tack that with just a little bit of glue there to hold it. You can also use a pin. I just used the rest of my... a floral pin won't work, but like a regular stick pin can go into the wax. All right, I'm just going to add a little glue. And I'm going to kind of glue it to itself, not as much to the candle, so I don't really damage the candle in case I want to change this look later. I got a little glue string there, but we'll get it off in a minute. But you can see I just loosely glued that. So these candles, even though they're artificial, they have like wax on the outside. So if you did hit it with hot glue, it's going to leave a scar on the candle. Look how cool. Oh my God. We're going to put that right on top. Oh my goodness. Just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to add just a touch of this fun. This is actually artificial grapevine. That's mossed because why not? Because we want everything mossed. I just love this. I always have liked this look. So it comes in a roll, and I started playing with it already. So I'm going to take a couple pieces off here. Just gently pull it. It's fake, so it is not going to tear as easily, but it still can tear. So just pull a couple of strands. You can also use raffia or jute, anything else you want, but I've been using this because it's just so cute. And I'm going to take it, and let's see, I braided some. I've played with it different ways, but I'm going to run it just right on top of that other piece of moss. Get over there, buddy. And just tie a little knot. Oh gosh, y'all, so cute. You know what? If I had a little stick would look so super cute in here, but you know what we do have? Let's put a little sprig of these little succulent here. So I've got a little sprig of a succulent. Just cut that off. It's artificial. I'm going to try to tuck this right in here and just tie that on under my little knot. I was thinking like a little branch would look cute too. I'm just going to put that at an angle. Okay, tuck her in. And then leave this kind of all wild up in here. Curl it around. Okay, let me show you. So I just tied that onto the little front of the kit. Look how cute! That one's ready to go. And can you imagine it all lit up, flickering? How sweet and simple that would be. All right, let's make another. Let's make another. And this time we're going to add a little bit of flowers. Guys, I've just gone to town with these. I'm having so much fun. Okay, let's grab the small container. Here it is. We prep it the exact same way. So this one's a little bit smaller from the beginning of it, but that's okay as long as it can hold a candle. Now, I have these little candles. They're not very tall, but they're very inexpensive. So let's build this one up a little higher and see how that works. So I can cut these small. I just measure it on my phone. This is just going to go in the bottom. Same technique, a little Gorilla Glue, and then a little bit of hot glue, just a couple dots. Because sometimes hot glue fails on metal, and I've shipped some stuff out when I was shipping so much for all of our Etsy designs we were selling, and I did have some failures where the foam came off. So ever since I've used the Gorilla Glue with the hot glue, I haven't had that issue ever again. So that is so nice. Here comes another little piece. So I'm gonna put it next. And just get a good amount of hot glue on there. And just push it on, wiggle it on. And I'm going to offset it just a little bit for more stability. All these glue strings. Okay, and then we said we're going to go a little bit higher. Let's see, that's a little too high. We're going to have to go right there. 2 is good. And this one too is good. All right, we're going to use the same technique and go ahead and pin in these candles with floral pins. So there's my U pin. I'm just going to tuck it right in. And it's going to stay up a little higher. So it gives it a little cavity for the candle to sit in. That pin just stays up. See how it's staying up? And it's helping hold it in place. So if someone were to hit it on the table, it won't fall off. You know, in case your party gets going wild. People start knocking candles. They're battery operated, so it's all safe. Okay, now let's do something different. Let's stay really tight to the base, and let's go in with some, I think these are so cute. These little sweet daisies are adorable. Let's play with these, okay? Now, once again, I've got to cut these where they're small. I mean, because if we cut it this long, it's way too long. So we're going to take and section them into smaller sections like this. Do that really quick. I'm going to go through here and section them into smaller pieces. I love these. I just love these. Whoops. Hey, buddy. So anytime you're using a floral bush, guys, you can dissect it any way you want. And I try to make sure we sell things that are wired. So you don't have to use a pick machine. You can if you want. But I prefer to eliminate steps from the design process as much as possible when it comes to the construction. So I try not to use extra devices. I have in the past. I think they're great. But I've just found it's just easier to get it done. All right. So I've got several little clusters done. The other thing I'm going to use with that is some of this grass greenery, which is it's a really cute button grass. I've got one that I started cutting. Let me work on it first. So this one we're going to take, and I need to make these shorter. They are way too long. So you're going to take and push each one up. See here? When you hear us say that a bush is a pusher, we like pushers because they give us the ability to leave stems long or make them short and more compact, depending on the design. So we push these way, way up. Try not to send them off. Sometimes I do that. You send it off the end of the stem, but just try to watch. Okay, I think I got everybody as short as I can. So let's cut these stems really short too, less than 1 inch, because we don't want anything extra. And let's start off with a little pattern. Let's start off with a grass and then a daisy. So there's a grass, and I'm going to give this a nice little bend. I want it to kind of come over the edge. Look how cute it is. Okay, now 2 daisies. I'm going to give the daisies a little dip in the glue and put them in down here. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? If you need to take out the candle while you're designing it, you can. All right, now let's put a grass. I'm going to leave a little bit of space because I think I'm going to put a succulent between there. I've got a really cute ball succulent I'd like to add there too. Just a second. Here's another couple of daisies. So just create a pattern, whatever you prefer, and work your way around, okay? And I'm leaving a little bit of a hole. So I'm going to do that again, about 2-finger hole. And we're going to put some little alliums in there that are a little flatter. 2 daisies going in there. Just keep going. I'm going. How cute is that? All right, still working our way around. 2-finger hole. Put my grass. Okay. My daisies. These are like little garden surprises going. 2-finger hole, a grass, and 2 daisies. And then let's see about putting our other piece in. I got a couple left, so we can always tuck more in. Isn't this sweet? You could even, you know how we just wrapped, I had an idea, so I've got to tell you now before I forget. We just wrapped this with the vine. We could wrap with fairy lights too and like tuck a little battery pack down there besides the candle. Oh my gosh, so many ideas. Okay, that's done. Now watch this. Get that. I've got a chunkier little allium. And we're going to use this in between those. Oh my gosh. Cut it a little longer than you think you need because I've got to get down into that foam. I'm doing about a 4-inch stem. We can always trim it. All right, there's 3 of them. I think we need more than that, but we'll start with 3. This is just a party. Okay, we're going in between each little section. So I'm going to start here and tuck this one in. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, work my way around. So in between each one goes one of these. You can always glue them if you feel like they're not going down enough. Where's my 3rd one? There it is. This one's a little too long. I'm going to take a little bit off that one. So after the little white daisies, just do your same pattern. You can't really mess it up if you just stick with your pattern, okay? Oh, how cute! Oh my gosh! This is so fun. Let's see, do I need 2 more? Maybe not. I think this is my last one. So I ended up with 4. How cute is that? Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, you know we're not done. You know what I want to add. I got to add a little of this vine in there. Okay, so let's get a little funky with the vine. Let me grab a couple little pieces off here. This is an artificial vine. I'm just going to pull it off. And it's slightly mossed. I think I'm using about 5 pieces in there. Okay. And I'm going to this time do it a little bit different. We're going to start with a tail here. So a really nice funky tail. I'm just going to do a little loop. So a cute little loop. And let's pin it on one side of the container. So guys, think of all the different seasons you can do this for. This is, of course, you could use anytime. But, oh my gosh. So there's vine just kind of wild coming out. And I'm going to make like an artificial handle. Remember, battery operated candle, nothing's going to catch on fire. I'm going to make this look like it has a handle out of the vine. If you have room, you can loop this. If you don't have enough room, just tuck it in. Y'all, these are so fun. So fun. So the major takeaways on these designs is just keep your stuff low. And definitely use battery operated candles. But look at the whole look. Isn't it precious? Oh my gosh, let me show you some of the other ones we made before the video even started because I was just having just a fun, so much fun. So this is the one we made today, and we made this bigger one with the big fatter candle. Isn't that cute? Okay, now let me show you some of the ones I made before we started. I'm like making room. Where am I putting these? There's no room. So this one is similar to the big one. It's rosemary, and this is the same way. I put a little more twig, and I went from one side, I wrapped it around the candle, and then I went to the other side. So it's similar to the last one we did. Now this one, I used a taller candle in, so she's taller. See her? She's taller, and I just went around the candle with the vine. But see, she's tucked in there so tight. This sedum is put really tight, only one texture, and we just went tight around. We used that same grass on the outside, same container. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, let me show you the last one. The last one we went more of succulents. So those of you who love succulents, all sedum, different kinds here, just tight to the candle. Really super cute. And so we cut those really short and just packed it all around. Once again, a battery operated candle. And then I tied a little knot. I braided this, just a simple little braid, and then knotted it around the front. And something else we're going to use when we're merchandising with this is I'm going to use some of these inside the wreaths. Isn't that gorgeous? Just put it inside and then have these around flickering. Just have a whole cluster of them going. Look at them going. Look at them all, y'all. Look at this. Holy moly. Can you see them all? Let me give you one last look. I think I love this one. I love that one. So here are all 5. Let me get a good shot so you can take a look at them. You can imagine all the different projects you can do and have so much fun, guys. All right, well, I hope you knock out something like this, especially for all the holidays. I can't wait to see the different versions you make, but these are going to go all year long. I'll see you next time, Bloomarinos. Go have fun with flowers.